Hello, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name's Wendy Wing. I'm doing a psychic tarot reading for you, tuning into the day's energies, seeing what divine messages of guidance come through. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. The overall energy of today's reading is the Ten of Swords. Whew, painful ending. Definite ending. Something has ended. Very painful. For some of you, it feels like there's the painful part's over. You've gone through the pain of this ending. It's a definite ending here. What does the viewer need to know? We've got the Strength card. Okay, we've got the Knight of Swords in reverse, Hermit reverse, Eight of Wands, and the Emperor, along with the Strength card. You have the strength to get through this painful ending. Feels like this ending is helping you find your courage, find who you are. Okay, someone has a lot to say. This feels like whoever's co-creating an ending with you. Boy, they've got a lot of negative things to say about you. With the Emperor showing up as well, it looks like you're needing to take the lead. Needing to lead yourself through this painful ending. Who's the Hermit reversed? Three of Pentacles. Okay, there's someone, this feels like an end of a relationship because there's that type of complex energy, personal, very personal, and there's someone who's you're co-creating an ending with. This person can't be alone. This person cannot be alone. But they're ending a relationship with you, viewer. That's how I'm reading this. There's a relationship ending, but this person can't be alone. They need someone else. This is someone who just can't be alone in a relationship. So I think this is making this ending even more painful because it feels like this person doesn't leave a relationship until they've got someone secured, a potential, someone in the wings waiting. And that's what this feels like. And once they've got someone waiting, or they're already working on their relationship, then this person feels very brazen, very bold to create such a painful ending because they're not going to leave this relationship and be alone as well. They're already in another relationship. And so that's giving them a confidence. For a lot of you, you might have felt this shift, felt them detaching, felt them like they're not present with you, even in the same room. They've already detached and they're working with someone else. So they're still at the end of a relationship with you, but they're with someone else. And they're telling this other party just the worst. They're cherry picking. At the end of every relationship, or at the end of most romantic relationships, of course nobody's happy. Of course people have messed up. But this person is really pitting themselves as a victim of this relationship. Okay. I get the feeling as I'm tuning into this that as heartbreaking as this might be for whoever I'm talking to, the way this person is acting, behaving is shocking. It's shocking because they're still technically inside of a relationship with you, but they've already detached, and they're talking to and making plans with and someone else. So it's very weird. No one's really admitting. It feels, which also feels very disconnected, and it feels painful. It feels like this person wants this to be as painful as possible for you. They're painting themselves as a victim. They don't want to be alone. So they've stayed inside this relationship because it benefits them in some way, the relationship with you. But they've got someone waiting, or someone they're already investing in. And it feels like they've told quite a story about you. Very negative. So they look like a victim. All right, hidden blessing is the Nine of Swords. I think this relationship is a comfort zone. It feels like you've been miserable, unhappy. Feels like it's been a disappointing relationship. But I'm getting a lot of complacency, comfort zone. Maybe neither of you knew how to end this. Maybe neither of you wanted to be alone, and they found someone, and so that gave them permission to end the relationship and jump right from an ending to a new beginning. All right. Why is the Nine of Swords a hidden blessing? Ace of Swords. I think the blessing is being honest with yourself and seeing that this relationship feels like it expired maybe a long time ago, but maybe no one wanted to actually take action, bring that breakup into reality, because there's something here about not wanting to be alone. And I'm also getting in the hidden blessings, it feels like once you get out of this relationship, out of the comfort zone, there's something about being in this relationship that you weren't allowed to speak your truth. It feels like there's some definite, it's something about silence, about having to keep your silence to stay in this relationship. And the hidden blessing is the truth coming out, being truthful with yourself, seeing this person truthfully. I think there's a lot that you might have not wanted to see about this person, about this relationship, and to stay in it in an uncomfortable silence with this person, you had to put up with a lot. You had to keep your quiet. And there's something free about finally being able to speak your mind, speak your truth. Oh, Devil in reverse, 10 of Pentacles. Wow. The hidden blessing is that this relationship is just, talk about a comfort zone. It's just, there's nothing for you in this space other than a lot of pain. And the hidden blessing is that when the truth finally comes out, it allows you to cut the codependency, dependency, the trauma bond that's keeping you in something that's way too small for you. Because with 10 of Pentacles coming out, it looks like once you detach from this unhealthy relationship, then you go for your 10 of Pentacles. Your happily ever after. This feels like this includes everything. Your excitement, your joy, abundance, loyalty, passion, growth, expansion, whatever you're interested in. It feels like this is finally the freedom that you've been looking for. It does seem painful, an incredibly painful ending. This person knows you really well, and they know where your wounds are, and it feels like this is the type of person that's not only can they not be alone, so they've got to have someone, maybe even two other people. This person needs supply. They can't be alone in the world. And there's something about, they don't want you to have a glow up. They don't want you to move on and have a glow up, because that means something. That says something about the relationship you were in. So it feels like they want to decimate you, make it impossible for you to get up. Doesn't look like that's happening. With the Strength card, an Emperor, and 8 of Wands, it feels like the moment you say, let's end this, then there's just this freedom. Things moving in your direction. It's time for you to take the lead. That might be a little difficult to start making decisions for yourself, not including someone else in the decision-making process, to realize that you need to make decisions for you and stop sharing, stop communicating with this person. This person's not for you. I think realizing that helps you move on and move away. What you're leaving behind is Moon. What you're leaving behind is a very confusing relationship where most of it's hidden. It feels like you worked really hard to try to make this work, but there's a lot that's hidden here. I think you're not hearing it from a tarot reading online. This would just be validating something you already know. This person has third parties. They need other people to supply. They need a lot from others. And I think that's one of the reasons. I get the feeling that as you leave this relationship and you're driving forward. The birds outside are so loud. When you are driving on from this relationship, in the rear view, it will make so much more sense why it didn't work out. Feels like when you leave this relationship, there's a lot of clarity coming in. There's something about while you're in this relationship, you really can't see what's going on. It's very confusing. It feels purposefully so. because this person has other people on the sidelines. Feels like they say a lot of negative things about you so they can justify their horrible behavior. What can I say? And I think one of the things you're recognizing is Ace of Cups reversed, Two of Pentacles reversed. That this was not love. I think you thought this was a loving relationship. Feels like you were operating in good faith that this was a loving relationship. But what's coming to light and what you're leaving behind is someone who juggles, someone who plays with. It feels like it's exhausting to have a conversation with this other person because they just lie. They lie to paint a narrative about you that gives them the excuse to behave in deplorable ways. If you were so miserable, why didn't they break up? Why did they have affairs instead of breaking up? So they benefited from being with you, but then entertained other people. And I think going forward, what you're leaving behind is someone who can juggle you, someone who is able to tell you what you want to hear or deny your reality or get you stuck in a position so you can't leave them. And you have to tolerate this type of treatment. Looks like you're not tolerating this any longer. Whew. All right, how to get the most of this energy is the Eight of Swords in reverse. Eight of Swords upright is mental limitations. She has these ropes around her, loosely tied. She can get herself out of this. So it's not that she's physically stuck. And I don't think you were locked away in a tower in this relationship, but I think you were mentally limited in your belief systems. Well, this person, they work really hard and it feels like making excuses for bad behavior, always giving them the benefit of the doubt. It feels like a lot of internal explaining away questionable behavior, that it doesn't look like you're going to do that any longer with the Eight of Swords in reverse. You're letting go of mental limitations, maybe beliefs that you need this person or this is as good as it gets. How can the viewer get the most of these energies? Anything else? Knight of Cups in reverse, Ten of Wands reverse. This person creates a false illusion, a false narrative. They do a lot of that. This person told you what you wanted to hear. Kept saying, yes, oh my gosh, we want the same thing. Oh my God, this is great. And it feels like you're like, this is amazing. I've met someone who thinks like I do. They want the same things out of a relationship. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. This type of person sells a false narrative, just as we were noticing in the overall energy that they have done this to other people, third parties. They they're very good at it. They're very good at positioning themselves as, feels like this person's actually very intelligent and knows how to play with people's emotions, how to create an illusion, how to create a narrative so they're the victim. So it looks like you were duped and they continued this type of behavior while you were in a relationship with them. It feels like they go to other people and complain about you. It doesn't feel like they tell you any of these complaints. I don't feel like you're hearing, because that would actually require maturity. Someone coming to you saying, this is an issue, how do we work through this? And someone who uses communication to create more understanding and connection. There's none of that. There's just, this person does this. And they never address it in a mature way. They just use that against you and tell everybody else bad things. It looks like how to get the most of this energy is just realizing, not believing. It feels like the longer this relationship is in your rear view, the more you're going to recognize, the more you're going to realize truths, what was really happening. And it feels like this person really wanted to burden you with their burdens. Whew. All right, what's supporting you is Six of Swords. Moving on. Moving to calmer waters. Not engaging with this person, not trying to get everybody to, not telling everybody what's happening. It's moving on, moving away. There's something here about your nervous system being with someone who's just constantly and chronically lying and in deception. It messes with your nervous system because there's something off, but they won't acknowledge it. They won't address it. And instead they push it back on you, where the whole time they realized that they were playing on you, that they were entertaining other people in the relationship. It's just, there's no fixing. This is irreparable harm that this person creates and causes. For some of you, this is a marriage with the Hierophant. And with the Five of Wands in reverse, I keep getting a message. It's move on, don't fight. They're not worth it, is kind of what I'm getting. To try to get this person to acknowledge, they're just not. And if you need that to heal, then they've got something on you. They've got something they can keep from you, an apology, the truth, and that keeps you tethered to them. If you believe that you need them to acknowledge anything, then that gives them power over you, because you're saying, I need that in order to heal. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't need someone else to do something in order for you to heal from that experience. Otherwise, you are still giving your power away to that person. So what would help is saying, I can heal from this. I can learn from this experience. I can heal from it. I can transcend it. All right, what do we need to know about the Hierophant? Is there a contract? Okay, we've got funeral reversed, main male reversed, and a gift reversed. Feels like this person just wants a fight. The way to disappoint this person is walk away. Don't fight. Because when you fight with them, when you need something from them, that makes them feel powerful. And so if you just walk away quietly, like, I don't care, I have nothing, and just give them nothing, they're not expecting that. They're expecting you to argue and fight and keep them in. It gives them energy. They like it. Main male reversed. There's something here about knocking you down a peg, not wanting you to feel replaced. They're trying to cause as much harm as possible for you. They're trying to make this as painful as possible. And the way to disappoint this person is ignore them. No communication, just the facts. Don't give them any emotions. Don't need anything from them. And gift reversed. They don't have a gift. They don't have a gift. I get the feeling that I'm talking to somebody who has gifts, talents, skills. Feels like that's what this person was drawn to you. Maybe it's an inherent gift, some type of je ne sais quoi that you have. All right, I'm not getting anything more off that. It feels like what's supporting you is not engaging, walking away, realizing that you don't need this person or anything from this person in order for you to be a whole ass human being and be healed and healthy and move on. You have not met all the people who are going to love you. You have not met all the people you are going to love. And it feels like you're focusing on your future and letting this person get further and further in your rear view. All right, what to be mindful of is the Two of Swords. Fog of confusion. This person purposefully creates a fog of confusion that keeps you stuck. This is the kind of person that makes you question your reality, like makes you think you're crazy. Maybe you've been brought up, I think you're cheating on me, but they throw it back in such a way that you're like, well, I'm never going to bring that up again. This person has carefully crafted their life so they can be as deceitful as possible. They're good at it. All right. What does the viewer need to be mindful of? I think believing this person, trusting what this person says, needing anything from them so you can feel complete, just gives them power. All right, anything else to be mindful of? Yeah, that's that Four of Swords in reverse is my no contact. I think the gray rocking, if you haven't heard of that, not giving this person any emotions, any attention. Not even, if you really want to go, not even talking to other people that they know about it. Like that, just like, oh yeah, we're breaking up. Oh yeah, there's a divorce, whatever that is. Not giving them anything. I think they're expecting you to fight, to be so upset, to act unhinged, to act out of character. They want you to act up. They want you to fight. They want you, they want you to get jealous and fight for them. And so the biggest way you can disappoint them is just moving on and not even, no closure, no fight. Yeah, they're expecting you to tower reverse, to try to fix it, try to keep something from falling apart. They're expecting you to act out of character, be so unhappy, and to do whatever it takes. Ugh. It looks like they focusing on your future, focusing on your pentacles, focusing on, this feels tactical. Are you conscious of your money? Do you have access to all of your accounts and take this person off? This feels like just tactical 3D things. Do you need to move out and find a different place? Conscious of finances and separating. This is just pentacles and focusing on what's next for you. And wherever your energy is, wherever your focus is, that's where your energy goes. So this is definitely going to have, it's going to be up in your grill and it's got your attention. It's very upsetting. So the more you can manage and heal along the way and focus on just tactical, what's one thing I can do today to set myself up for success in the future. So, all right, if this reading has been resonating and you want to continue on, I'm going to do an extended reading. I'm halfway through the reading. And on Patreon, if you want to follow and keep going on this reading, I'm going to be looking at health, relationships, creativity, new opportunities, and career and finance. So if you are interested in part 2, there's a link in the description box below. It says extended reading here. You click on that link, it takes you right to part 2. So I'll see you over there. And for the rest of you, I hope you have an amazing day. Take care.